advanced parenthetical documentation video will address common parenthetical documentation questions beyond the basics of author and page number. There are a lot of special instances. The first is citing more than one source within the parenthetical citation. You always need to cite all sources you use. In this case, separate the sources with a semicolon. Sometimes within a sentence or paragraph, more than one source is used. Sometimes sources have the same information. You also may have a source whose authors have the same last name. This happens with common last names. In this case, use the first initial with a period before the last name in parenthetical documentation. Sometimes you'll have the same author for more than one source. The parenthetical citation needs to point to the correct source. Use the author's last name, a comma, then an abbreviated title and the page number. Be sure the abbreviated title cannot be confused with another title by the same author on the works cited page. Just as you incorporate research to support the ideas in your paper, scholarly authors also use credible sources to support their text. You'll see parenthetical documentation in most academic sources. Therefore, it is not uncommon that you may want to cite information that is already cited in one of your sources. This can be tricky. When doing this, be sure to indicate the original source in your text. The source and page number where you found the information belong in the parenthetical documentation. To be clear, the source you're citing is not the originator of the information. Put QTD period before the source and page number. QTD period is an abbreviation for quoted. Remember, only the source where you found your information belongs on the works cited page. When you are directly quoting from a source and the quote is 4 or more typed lines of text, it is called a block quote. For block quotes, indent each line 2 tab buttons or 10 spaces. It should be double spaced like the rest of your paper, but there are 2 major differences between a block quote and a direct quote. First, a block quote does not have quotation marks around it. This large indentation lets the reader know it is a quote. Second, the period belongs at the end of the quote before the parenthetical citation. Remember, every time you use an idea from another source, whether directly quoting word for word or by paraphrasing a passage into your own words, you must give credit to the original source through parenthetical documentation or by providing the source's author or title within your text.